My name is Genevieve Hazlinger, and I decided to study the topic of mental illness discrimination. The nonfiction text I decided to read was 10 Days in a Madhouse by Nellie BLY, and the fiction text I decided to read was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Kesey. So the project I decided to do wasn't from the 2020 Matrix. I actually made my own project up, and so I made a 3-panel comic that illustrates what the experience would be like if Nellie BLY, the writer and narrator of 10 Days in a Madhouse, and Patrick McMurphy, one of the main characters in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, had somehow met. And so I thought this would be interesting to illustrate because of their experiences in different mental institutions at different time periods. So in this comic, I kind of tried to keep the two of them very in character and accurately illustrate how they might react to each other's experiences. And so I also tried to illustrate them correctly according to the book's description. So here's the first panel. You're telling me that you snuck liquor and women into the men's mental institution? Course I did. Those rabbits had no soul left. I had to show them what real life was like. And so here we can hear McMurphy. He's talking about the story of when he snuck the women and he snuck the liquor and different assortments of terrible things into the mental institution when they had the party that one night. And so Nellie BLY is extremely shocked to hear all of this. And he responds quite confidently, of course, but he also addressed his philosophy about the men being rabbits that was addressed multiple times throughout the book. So in the second panel, BLY states, "You're lucky I helped change things so much, otherwise you would have been shocked on the spot." And so here is BLY's reaction to his actions. She basically says that he would have been shocked, which means exposed to electroshock therapy, if it weren't for her detective and reporting work, which was, of course, in the book of quite a few more years earlier. Of course, this did make some things better, but there were still quite a few issues that remain, and that's what we're going to see in the third panel. So here's the final panel. "Oh, I was shocked, and I sure as hell survived." So you can see their facial expressions. He's very proud of the fact that he was shocked and it still had no effect. Like, nothing really terrible happened to him. He was shocked after a different incident, but still he was shocked. So BLY, on the other hand, is very frightened by a couple things. Well, first of all, 1, that he was shocked and he was proud of it and smiling about it. 2, that he was not affected by the shock at all, so he's some kind of superhuman. And 3, she kind of came to the realization that some of the things that she did didn't really help, and the disrespect in the mental institutions for them still remains. And so I sort of wanted the reader to think about how BLY might think about the situation, how she might think that her work sort of might have gone in the trash because these instances are still occurring. Thank you for listening.